So I just wanted to do a short today on cost of living in Thailand. I watched this one guy who's visited YN, and I think he lives in Pattaya. Dr. Mike, I think his name is. He makes excellent videos, very informative, well researched, personal experience, all kinds of good stuff. I recommend it if you live here. I also recommend his channel if you're thinking about moving to Thailand. A lot of good information. But I wanted to comment because this is very passionate for a lot of people, the cost of living here in Thailand, and they get very upset because I do try to warn people. There are guys like Jack in his most recent video, which I watched this morning. Good video, man. Good job, Dr. Mike. Mark, Doctor. Good job, Doctor. and this guy who's 70, 69, call it 70, what's the difference? Not really, didn't sound like he was in good health to me. And didn't have health insurance. And so the guy lives here for $1,200 a month. He's having a good life. He's enjoying himself, you know. He rides his motorbike, he eats cheaply, he eats healthy. He's able to get massages for his ailments that would cost a fortune in the United States, and the guy apparently lives on $1,200 or less a month. Again, he's like 69 or 70. He's not in good health. I don't know, and I'm happy that the guy's happy. I don't want the wrong impression for anybody. Good for him, man. Kudos to you. You know, you're doing it for $1,200. You're living your life the way you want to. You're having a good time. God bless, man. That's what it's all about, right? So I just want to let people know, it's particularly younger people. Like, I don't know this guy, the extent of his health issues. Maybe he's not active, if you understand what I'm saying. And so for a lot of the younger people that are coming here, are thinking about retiring early or retiring here, that are active and that do like to go out and do things and that do drink, and that for me, I like to smoke as well. And so I enjoy wine, for example. Wine is not a inexpensive proposition in Thailand, particularly if you know good from bad wine. And good wine is very expensive here in Thailand. So the warning I have is, can you go to Providence and live for $600 or $800? I guess so, because I see these guys doing it now. What percentage of the population is going to be happy with that kind of lifestyle? I don't know what to tell you. I don't think a very high percentage. I think you're looking at an oddity. I think you're looking at the few individuals, and I'm happy for them. If this is what makes them happy, then I'm happy for them. Just like homesteading, I appreciate it so much. I actually watch videos and stuff at homesteading. Am I going to do that shit? Never. I'm not gonna do that, man. So, but I like to watch it, and I admire the people that are happy in that type of lifestyle. I'm a normal guy. I live a simple life. We go to simple restaurants. I do like wine. I do like to smoke. I do like to go out. Sometimes we do travel. Sometimes you're not doing it for $1,200, guys. It's not happening. All right. And even Dr. Mike admitted it himself. He doesn't. He doesn't get by on 12, 1,500, probably not even 2,000 per month. But can it be done? Yes. So if you're in those circumstances, and Thailand is this temporary refuge for you, where you're gonna regroup, and that's what I'm doing here. Like, I don't think I see myself here long term, not on a full-time basis at any rate. And so I'm regrouping, you know. I like to I'm going to start traveling again. I want to go into Eastern Europe. I'm regrouping, waiting to see how politics works in the world, if I'm going to be able to safely travel to the places I want to go to, what's happening with inflation, and so on and so forth. But this is a fantastic place to do that. Also a fantastic place to retire for cheaply. Places like Bangkok, Hua Hin here, Chiang Mai. You're not going to lack for infrastructure, and you can live extremely cheaply. My son lives here, and I bet he lives with $1,000 a month if we put it together, or probably less. Of course, I feed him once in a while, but his apartment and everything. So you can live like that, but is he living his fullest life? Is he living his best life? No, definitely not. You know, so Even myself, I live a simple life. There's things to do here in YN. Night market's fantastic prices. You know, you come home every night, you're like, wow, man, you know, I can't believe we only paid X amount for that awesome seafood that we have, always fresh here, etc. It's quiet, it's sleepy, so on and so forth. But for a long period of time, it's good that it's near Bangkok because a person you can get bored here. Now again, if you're 70 or 75 or 80, which I see a lot of people here are, and you like to bring a book down to the beach, and that's the highlight of your day is having a cocktail and you know, reading a novel on the beach, and you can do that and just be happy sustaining that type of lifestyle, and it can be cheap. But I'm warning you, young people, don't come over here without having some kind of means to make money, having savings. Enjoy yourself, do what you do, but don't try to tame a bar girl or something like that. That'll break your bank as well. And be prepared to spend a lot more than many of these people are telling you on YouTube. You could settle into that. Like I spend a lot less than I did when I first got here. And as I stayed, the longer I stayed, I started to realize, you know, I'm not really on vacation, but I'm living like I'm on vacation. And this is becoming expensive. And I also dated. So if you're a healthy male and you want to date, I'm not talking about the pay for play type situation, but you just want to date. It's still very traditional here. You're gonna spend some money. So don't think 1,200. I'm not going to give you a price because only you can answer that question. Only you know what your needs are every day. If you drink a lot, if you like to smoke a lot, if you like to travel, if you're bored staying in the house for 24 hours, if you're bored being in the same neighborhood and you want to get out, particularly in places like Bangkok, it's going to cost money. Look at the videos, look at what the guys are doing, what they're telling you they're spending, and ask yourself, can I do that every day? Because they don't either. They don't either. And they're just showing you, you know, I saw one guy, he showed 300 baht. I made a comment on his thing. He sent me this huge response. I guess I touched a nerve or whatever. I'm just a guy shooting the shit, man. Calm down, bro. You know? And so, but anyway, that YouTuber's in Bangkok, and he started to show with 300 baht a day, and he's sitting in the park trying to eat his ice cream while it's melting, talking about he could do that for hours. Well, what he didn't tell you was it's 98 degrees with 90% humidity. You're not sitting in the park at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and enjoying yourself on a park bench. It's ridiculous. You're also going to get tired of eating meat sticks for lunch and pad thai for dinner and, you know, morning glory, and you're going to say to yourself, you know, I don't know, you know, I want more than one beer today. I want to have a bottle of wine with my dinner tonight. I want a steak today. If you could do without all of that stuff and you're happy, and it just thrills you to death to tell everybody how much money you saved and all that, that's great. You can do that here. I'm not saying that you can't, but don't believe any figures that people give you, because they're only telling you the figures that they spend. I'm not going to give you my figures, but I can tell you, I don't think I could survive anywhere I've been in the world, and I've been to a lot of cheap places. Eastern Europe is pretty comparable when it comes to rent and eating cheaply. Not quite street food prices like in Thailand, but you know, I could have breakfast in Romania for $1.50. I could find a coffee for $2, and so with $3.50 I could eat breakfast. You could find an apartment for €300 in town. Public, you know, so on and so forth. It's not a video trying to compare Thailand. I'm just saying. And the last thing I'm going to say, and this is in reference to Jack. Jack, I don't know your story with the health insurance, man. That's a drag. Try to figure something out. I don't know if you checked Cigna. I don't know your pre-existing. You know, I don't know your situation, man. But I think you could shop, and you might be able to find at the least emergency coverage. And that goes to all of you. Don't come here without insurance, man. Sure, the hospital's cheap if you want to go get a checkup. If you want to, some people come here for performance-enhancing drugs. You want to go on TRT, whatever people like to do. You can do all these things cheaply and access it here. But if you get into a major hurt, man, and you don't have insurance, even the cheap bill for a hospitalization, or say you need some therapy or rehab, I, I don't want to give you the dad speech, but you shouldn't be here without insurance, man. That could be devastating and life changing for you. Uh, and you never know when that kind of shit is going to happen, particularly if you're riding around on a scooter, bro. That's the number one way to hurt yourself here is with an automobile. So you're riding around on a scooter without insurance, man. I got my fingers crossed for you. I'm glad you're happy. But again, warning to everybody, you can't live here you won't be happy. Not most people, and don't come here without insurance.